Welcome everybody to Nine's Corner. I hope you're doing well. For myself, Alberta has called a state of emergency. So we are on a 4-week lockdown. So I have no idea what this is going to mean for Christmas or any of those kind of things, but I know we'll work it out. Everybody has to, do their part. And this is not the flu we're dealing with. This is so much more serious than the flu. And I really, it breaks my heart to think that maybe I won't get to spend Christmas with my eldest son. We'll find a different way to do it, whether that be via Facebook or if I have to do a drive-by, or I don't know, but I just know from all the information, from all the people that have passed, from what we've gone through for almost a full year now, that this is so much more than just the flu, and we really need to take it seriously. So even before we do this reading, guys, do your best to take care of your health. Take your vitamin D, take your multivitamins, do all the things that you would normally do to avoid getting the flu. And then do everything extra, from sanitizing to wearing masks and everything else in between. And even if you're confused, or if you feel like, oh, they're just, overselling this, go do your own research. Like really, just don't go by what other people are saying. Do your own research and think of your own family and your friends and everything else before you go somewhere without a mask, or just take care of yourselves. Really and truly, if you've learned nothing else this year, take care of yourselves. So I thought, well, let's have a look at the vaccines. Let's see, should we or shouldn't we be taking them? Or should we be worried? What's going around the vaccines right now. So let's just have a look, ask the question, and see what the answer is. And I don't mean to go on. It's just because I care. I really do care. And you think you do this and you're on the the tube, and you just don't realize how all these names that are in your messages or in your comment section that all of a sudden you realize that it's the same name that you saw 6 months ago or a year ago, and they become important. Or if you don't see the name, you're wondering, are they okay? So I'm being sincere, take care of yourself. All right, so let's have a look and see. Oh, I got a card flipped here. Let's have a look. And, well, let's see what card flipped. Ooh, the High Priestess. I think that's me saying, yes, darling, go do this reading. You're going to get information. Okay, let's do it. What about the vaccines? What should we know? How are they going to roll out? Let's see. All right. At the base, we have the Five of Wands. So with the Five of Wands, they've definitely been competing. That's not a bad thing. It's a healthy thing to have competition. Definitely a lot of people doing a lot of research, a lot of information being found out. This is definitely a, people doing their due diligence, and a lot of testings being done. Because, when you have competition, there's a lot of testing being done. So, at the base of it, there is a lot of concern, a lot of worry, and a lot of work being done. Crossing it, okay, we have the Magician. So the resources are there. Everything that they need to get the vaccine is going to be there. I think what the issue here, when you see the Magician is crossing, it's hard to get all the 4 elements to be in alignment. So when you look at the Sword here, the information that's going out, what people believe is going to affect the vaccine. When you look at the Cups, the emotions, the way people feel about it, the way that is being portrayed. When you have the Wands, the ability for people to get out and do it, the ability to get the vaccine out to the multitudes of people that would need it. Then you can look at the pentacles, and then that's all the financial and the physical toll that everything has taken. So there's a lot here, you know, and it's not, there's a lot, it seems like there's a lot of work being done, the due diligence, the testing's being done, but going against it is so much because for so long there's been so much misinformation. The reality is that this disease, whether it came from nature, was introduced through man. But with the magician, we have the ability and we have the things that we need to get it done. Underneath, we have the Eight of Wands. So there is that movement, that pushing of not having enough time, get it done as quickly as possible. Eight of Wands can often be my pregnancy card. So just pointing that out in case there's any information that comes out about the vaccine and how it affects pregnancy. There may be something about how it works and how it can or cannot affect pregnancy. In the past, we've got the moon. Interesting. You know, when you look at the moon card here, do you see that the reflection is so much bigger than what it is in reality? So I think the fear and the misinformation is so much greater than what's actually happening. The need is there for people to take the vaccine. The need is there for people to get rid of this. This is not the flu. This is something really, really serious. Now, are people making money? Are people, you know, having, you know, some crazy things happening there? Yes. Was its beginning, you know, under the dark of night, something shady, something, you know, that happened in China that was man-made or man-related? Yes. But that's not going to help us now. On top of it, we have the Justice card. So the reality is, regardless of how it's come into being, we are seeing the effects of it. And we are, you know, karma's kind of having its way here. There is a certain amount of accountability for you know, accountability for the actions that have been taken. So in the near future, we have the Page of Cups. So I think there's going to be a lot of information coming out that's going to be positive. It's going to be, you know, over time, as people get it, as it's being rolled out and you see more and more people getting it, the confidence of the people will start to build up. We've got the Six of Pentacles at the base here. So, you know, past experience is going to help here. I think there's a lot of information. I don't think we realize how advanced the medical people are, and how their past experiences having to deal with, you know, different diseases have made it easier for them to kind of get here. There's going to be other discoveries, other cures to other diseases, or other remedies for other medical issues that are going to be found through the coronavirus. You know, there's a silver lining, because if you look here, there's this light. So there's this brightness, this shone of information that's going to help both. So when they're helping and they get the information and the help for the coronavirus, they're going to find other things that are going to help other medical issues. So that's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Seven of Cups, this is representing people. So there's going to be a lot of attitudes out there. There's going to be people that are completely against it, to those who are like, take it. I think it all depends on your experience and the people that are around you. But I do worry that one of the vaccines that are going to be presented, it looks like there might be a delay or some kind of like issue with it. I don't see it because I don't see it in the beginning of my reading, so I don't feel like this is towards me or, you know, Canada and by extension the US. because if it was, it'd be right at the beginning of my cards. This is sort of over, so I just feel that the vaccines in general, one of the vaccines are going to have a delay because this is about others. So, the Nine of Swords, there's so much worrying, so much pain, so much heartache, there's so much loss, you know, you don't realize, because it's hard, you know, you're hearing about it, you're on the lockdown, but unless it happens to you, it doesn't feel real. So I think because the numbers have been increasing, because the issues continue, and it's the fallout of everything, there's more and more people worrying and stressed. This is not just worrying and stressed over the coronavirus and the vaccines. This is worried about your house, your job, your livelihood. But guys, look at the card. When you look out the window, the bird is letting you know the sun is right there. Things are going to come to pass and we're going to be okay. Just, you know, hold on. At the end of the day, we got the Ten of Pentacles, but it's reversed. I think there's going to be some heartache and frustration within families, because I think there's going to be the group that believe and feel that this is, you know, a worldwide pandemic. And then you have just too many people who believe the opposite. You know, we're going to have kind of a mixed bag here for a while. I think that when it comes to the vaccines, there's going to be pushback. People aren't going to be willing to take it as easily as maybe they should, or maybe as they roll it out as they would like. Will the vaccines overall be healthy, or will the vaccines overall be okay for people? Look, Ten of Wands reversed. So when it comes to the vaccine, we're looking at self-deception here. The vaccine is going to do what a vaccine is supposed to do. Here, I'm seeing that the issue is not going to be, it's going to be less to do with the vaccine and more to do with people's perception of the vaccine and the misinformation out there. There's going to be a lot of people talking about conspiracy theories and about, you know, New World Order and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that there's not a part of, you know, the cards that, you know, let you know that there is money, there is man involved in here. Is it, you know, to the extent that, no. This is just us being foolish. This is us just being foolish. We're gonna have to see it in a different way with the Hangman and the Two of Cups. People are going to come to understand that, you know, this is real, that this is happening, but it's not going to happen. You know, people aren't going to come to that understanding until there's a lot of loss, unfortunately. I don't see things, you know, it's like those who believe are going to go, they're going to get the vaccines, it's going to work out. There's going to be too many people that aren't believing in it, and we're going to see a surge in numbers, but over time, people are going to realize their foolish ways. They're going to have their moment where they're going to realize that that's not the way it is, change their mind. And eventually we're going to come to the Two of Cups, where we're going to come together and be able to, if not defeat it, at least put it in perspective the same way as we've done with the flu or any of those things. Because the reality is, you know, this is not the first, nor will it be the last thing that we're going to have to deal with. So hopefully we're going to learn from these lessons to, you know, do better the next time or try to avoid the next time. So that's my reading for today. And as always, I have our Unity candle lit for each and every one of us. Please take care. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And until the next time, cheerio. Take care.